flaps off and land on my wheel. Smooth. Okay, car beats off, flaps are retracted and we'll go full power. And you're plane. Watch the trees. Well, I got a lot of right rudder in, so grab that. There you go. Your aircraft. Yeah, just trying to anticipate that wind is blowing you because I've seen a couple guys get blown way too close to those trees, too close for comfort. And as I tell everyone, they look like they're really soft, but I don't think they are. I think they got really big branches hidden under those leaves. Alright, how's it feel? Good?
It's fighting me hard.
What's that?
It's fighting me hard.
Oh, come on. Listen, you're flying the airplane, it's not flying you, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep reminding you that. You can definitely do this. This is somewhat challenging, but it's this is going to be the kind of stuff you're going to be flying in all the time, especially in the winter, and you know, in the fall, winter, and spring probably. It gets a little gusty. Just like you were having, you know, frustration about taxiing the first day. Well, there'll be a point in the very near future where landing in a little gust or a crosswind is just going to be another day for you. So there's 1,000, so let's get that nose down, power back, and turn downwind. And continue to keep your turns coordinated there. Watch the ball. I can't get killed right now because I have 3 more students after you.
This feels like the wind is making me overbank.
It is. It's pushing under your wing right now. It's especially in that turn. It's actually right off of your 45 behind you. So if the wind is pushing you that way, you can actually underbank a little bit.
What I'm trying to do, but it fights. You know, it wants to turn.
And again, you're flying the plane. It's not flying you, right?
Correct.
You're doing fine though. This is actually really nice out here today. Crystal clear. Yeah, so point that thing to a landing spot on the runway and then use power to control your rate of descent and your altitude. It actually really works. It took me a very long time to believe that, and at some point someone forced me to do it, and it actually works every time. So we got the carb heat on, we got some flaps in. There's that wind behind you pushing you, so this one you actually are going to have to overbank a little to complete these turns on time.
Traffic, 0564 is joining the right downwind, runway 9, cross keys.
Clear this morning because it's for that water tower and we're not going to be anywhere near that. Okay, looks good. Very clear out here today. You can see Salem Nuclear Power Plant, and I think Pottstown must be visible too. I don't see it yet, but it's out there somewhere. Okay, airspeed's perfect at 70. So our sync rate is increasing right here, so just keep the nose pointed down a little and add it power as necessary. And the power is, right now, is probably just overcoming that headwind we have. Our ground speed has slowed a little bit as we turn this direction. So let's point the nose at someplace we want to land right now and use power to control your descent rate and altitude.
Traffic, 0564, turn right base, runway 9, full stop, cross keys.
Let's point that down a little bit more right there and use power as necessary. There's a pretty good headwind component here, so it feels a little different, but if you keep that thing pointed down and use your power, you'll find we'll get to the runway without out a lot of deviation on the glide path. There you go. I'm going to give it back to you. And just use your rudders to get the nose and tail lined up. Let's keep the nose down. So we're just going to use our aileron to get over the center line and our rudders to get the nose and tail lined up. Let me have this throttle real quick. Oh, it's okay. We just got a little gust there. We'll get the flaps up, carb heat off, full power, and I'm going to give you back the plane. And remember, trees, we're getting blown that way, so let's use a little aileron into the wind. Right there, you got it, your plane. Yeah, you can see it's blowing pretty hard from the right there, so I'm going to give you the throttle back, and you have the controls. Yeah, so we got a little gust there. Right when you were getting ready to settle in, the nose popped up, and we were about to drop back down, so you can either do a go-around, which is pretty extreme, or we can just add a touch of power and re-land the thing. Got a banner tower 45 degrees off our nose over here, so when you turn, just be aware. He's pretty far away, but I don't know what he's doing over here. Doesn't matter, he's there. I don't think he'll be a factor, but just keep an eye on him because they often fly between 700 and 1,000 feet, and that looks like about where he is. He might even be coming here to dump that thing, you never know. I don't know where he would be towing a banner today, but I also don't know why they pick those things up that far away and bring them all the way to the coast. It seems a little far to drag that thing.
Like fighting to push the nose down, you know?
That's because you have that headwind, and you're actually flying into that headwind. It's a creating some lift in this direction. Additional lift. He looks to be no factor. He seems to be heading directly for the coast. I'm just going to check while you're getting set up here with the windows over at South Jersey if it's a little more.
1,500 inbound. We'll be entering crosswind for right downwind runway 15 Debian.
Okay, so I don't know who that is, but let's keep an eye out. And runway over there is that's not a whole lot better
Hey,
over
Dimitri,
there.
can you hear me? I'm up. Just got to get a couple things straightened out here. Not a problem. Do you want to come up with any like code name for you, or you just want me to call you Dimitri on the radio? Rand is good. Alright, cool. I'll be patches.
I heard somebody say they were coming in on a 45.
Just go to,
didn't you hear that?
345.
But there's nobody on the ADS, so now we got to be extra careful that there's not somebody out here without a transponder on. Because when someone calls 45, they should. Okay, so now I don't see anybody anywhere out here, and he said he's crosswind. Alright, I'm going to let you focus on the landing just to make sure that there he is over there. So this guy's got no ADS-B transponder. You're not going to land in the woods on me, are you, Leo? Okay.
Silver traffic helicopter 3 to the northeast, 1,600 transition area.
So I don't want to distract you, but just take note of a guy flying right through the pattern with no transponder on.
I see him.
That can happen anytime. That would be a big surprise. Okay, this actually looks pretty good, dude. So so don't panic here. Let's use the whole runway to get the plane down. Don't worry about touch and go. Okay, ready? A little bit of back pressure. Keep the nose down. Now, just real easy. Let's get some power inside. So that was the exact same thing. It wasn't your fault. There's a little bit of a vortex under there. When you get down under those trees, that happens.
Do a full stop?
Yeah, we'll do a full stop. We lost our ability to do a touch and go way back there. Again, not your fault. That was just the conditions we were in. That was a good recovery, though. You were not lined up. You were not on a stabilized approach, and you actually got it pretty close. I'm gonna take this throttle, move the plane up 2 plane lengths because there's a car coming behind us, and I just want him to be able to get by us. I'm gonna stay a little bit to the left so he can go past us on the right. Your plane. Your controls.
Watching this guy come in.
I'll just grab your flaps and your carb heat. You can check the trim wheel. Yeah, that was,
He's coming in hot, boy.
Line of your traffic around short final, 1 full stop line that is.
Very short final.
that's not an RG, is it? He's got his gear down, I hope, right? You see it? Is your gear down on that plane?
Yeah.
Okay, I just can't see it.
I can't know, so yeah.
I'm gonna just let him know. Jesus, he's never gonna get down. Traffic landing, flying W, check your transponder when you get